Boom, 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 boom. Chickadee chanka, lads and lasses. What's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Piggy on Flying Pig United. Finally, I have arrived. Sorry for being late there, folks. Just a few issues with this whole getting this new setup and the old setup intertwining. What is going on, everyone? Hopefully we're coming through loud and clear. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you can see and hear me okay. Let us know if it's all going off all right, guys. Smash a 1 in the chat if you can. We're just having some new sort of transitional issues at the moment, guys. Yeah. How are we all doing, guys? Thank you very much for joining us and getting in the stream today. Let's see who we've got in here. Lots of ones coming in the live chat. Okay, great. Thank you so much for joining us. Malps, Chris Barker, how you doing? Flip, Carabo, Alan Carter, the Hoop Man. Get in there, my son. Maria Steer, welcome in. Get in, Francois, Malps, everybody else as well. Ian Pritch, all the legends of the channel. Thank you for joining us. Get in there, you legends. Sin Games, look at HD. Well, I'm actually just using my old DSLR thing. I did trim up my beard as well. Good eye on you there, my friend. Hey there, Gungshi. What's going on, your legend? Carabo as well, and everybody else. Well, I've got the option of, camera 1 or camera 2. Camera 1. Camera 2. Camera 1. Camera 2. I think we'll go with this one for now, guys, because the other one looks a little bit garish in some ways. It looks good, color-wise, etc. But in terms of like just the quality and the fuzziness going on, I don't know. I don't like it. I need to play around with it. Anyway, right, guys. So this one, we'll stick with this one, but this is a bit slanted for some reason. I have to bend over this way to straighten myself out. I don't know why. We'll figure that out too. But do us a favour at the start of this stream, guys. We've got a bit of transfer news to get into this afternoon. Smash that like button. Give us a massive thumbs up on the stream if you haven't done so already. Hit the likes. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, of course. Get yourself in there in the live chat and say hello throughout and have your say. I'm absolutely baking my tits off at this moment in time, guys. It's so hot in this garage. It's actually a warm day down south here at the moment. It's very hot, somewhere in the region of 27 degrees. And you don't want to know what the temperature is down in the downstairs mix-up right now, guys. Probably 57 degrees. It's ridiculously toasty in this room right now. So if I melt throughout, just understand that that's what's going on. It's really, really hot in here. I'm basically streaming from a sauna. But yes, good to see you all. Thank you very much for joining us and getting in here, guys. You're a bunch of legends. Hope you're having a great day. We've got plenty to discuss in terms of Manchester United. Let's just kick things off in regards to the transfer news. But before we do, actually, check the link at the top of the live chat there. Give us a cheeky little retweet if you haven't done so on Twitter. If you're over there, you can give us a repost and we'll shout you all out later on. It's pinned to the top of the live chat. Get in there, you beauties. What's just happened? What happened there, guys? Are we still coming through? I think we're still coming through. Sorry, guys. I said I was having some teething issues, didn't I? That's why I was late today. And the camera keeps, like, going on and off. I don't know. It's just fucking annoying. Did you hear that? Did you see that? I don't know. Mark N, how are you doing as well? I don't know what that was, Malps. It was bizarre, mate. That's what I'm saying. We're having all sorts of issues. But anyway, I've got the other camera set up. So worst case scenario, we just go, oh, you're right there. How you doing? Yeah, nice one. Yeah, we'll just go over to this one. But we'll stick with this one for the time being. Right then, guys. So let's discuss it then. So look, Manchester United in need of a midfielder. We've had all these concerns and issues about the lack of overall sort of dynamism in midfield there. We've obviously got a couple of players in Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes who can do sort of similar things for us. We've got Casemiro, who's a brilliant worldie of a defensive midfielder, isn't he? Brilliant. But we could do with somebody who's sort of in between, who's sort of going to be a good player to go alongside Casemiro, who's got a bit of defensive guile and, who has the ability to control the game as well. So we need somebody to work alongside Casemiro. That's where somebody like Sofyan Amrabat comes in. I'll give you the latest updates on Sofyan Amrabat right now. So it does seem like Sofyan Amrabat is still a target for Manchester United. Of course, we're looking to bring this guy in. It's been going on a long time, and it's pretty depressing the fact we haven't actually gone and signed him yet. By all accounts, we're still waiting to maybe move a player on or two, which is absolutely laughable, to be fair, that we have to do that and we're taking so long about it. Very disconcerting, my friends. Very, very disconcerting indeed. But Sofyan Amrabat still reportedly very high up on the list for Erik ten Hag in this transfer window. So he still wants Sofyan Amrabat. I mean, here's a fresh report that just suggests that Sofyan Amrabat is still very much wanted by Erik ten Hag, and he has an express request to club chiefs to sign Fiorentina and Morocco midfielder Sofyan Amrabat. So, obviously, we're waiting for that to turn into reality and for Man United to actually go in and try and sign the guy. There is supposedly a meeting that's arranged in order to take place between the two clubs to discuss this potential move soon. But as always, there's some speculative reports coming out. So it's just until we hear proper movement from one of the top tier 1 sources, then it's all kind of just speculative stuff. But understood that there could be a meeting taking place between Manchester United and Fiorentina to discuss the potential transfer of Sofyan Amrabat soon. That's what really needs to happen. Man United need to get their act in gear and try and bring this guy in certainly before the end of the transfer window and get that going. I mean, something that's added fuel to the flame here is that Sofyan Amrabat is not actually part of Fiorentina's squad at this moment in time. He has been sacked off. So Sofyan Amrabat left out of the Fiorentina squad for their game tomorrow, which obviously does indicate that he's looking to leave and that they are prepared to let him go, and that they are either protecting their asset at this moment in time, not allowing him to get injured, or they don't want to, have a player playing for them who's lost their focus and just has his mind elsewhere. It does seem like Sofyan Amrabat is wanted by a few different clubs around the world, and so therefore he wants to leave Fiorentina, and it's no secret, and therefore they don't want to really go and play him, and he doesn't want to play for them either at this moment in time. He's looking to get a move away. So so he's sort of being saved at this moment in time to protect him from injury, and also because his head is gone. His head's gone. He's had his head turned and he wants to join Manchester United, or some accounts say Liverpool, but I'm going to go ahead and say nobody wants to join the fucking Scousers, guys, do they? Crikey. Even Hitler's a Scouser. You know what I'm saying? I did have to shave that Hitler tash off yesterday, guys, after watching the stream back, by the way. So I had the mustache was thinner on the sides here, and the thick bit there was a middle thick bit going on there. I had to shave that off, guys. It's a full-on Hitler tash. But anyway, he doesn't want to go and join the Scousers, does he, guys? Who wants to realistically do that and play Thursday night football and have to buy a saliva shield? You know what I mean? Nobody wants to go and buy a saliva shield and have to wear that all the time. It'd be like COVID days all over again. Got to wear a face mask going in to have negotiations and discussions with Scousers, don't you know, guys? Because it's an old fact, la, that they carry a whole bunch of saliva in their cheeks, la, and when they speak, they fucking spit at you, mate. That's what goes on there, la. Just ask Jamie Carragher, la. It's true. So nobody wants to have to wear a spit shield when you go to training or on your day-to-day working going on there, do you? No, not really. So that's obviously a massive put-off for a lot of players. Unless you're Hannibal Lecter, of course, or someone like that, because then maybe you'd be used to it. But certainly for Manchester United, it's looking like Sofyan Amrabat still seriously wants us. He is training on his own at the moment as well, by all accounts. So that is another big thing as well. He's obviously not part of it's not just that he's not being selected in the squad, he's also not training with Fiorentina. So it's reported that he is training on his own, which does go to show you the sort of disconnect that's taken place already between him and Fiorentina. So obviously got his eye on a move before the end of the transfer window. Get in there, my son. So let's hope that it's Manchester United that wins this transfer battle, so to speak, this summer. There is obviously a rival possibility from Liverpool there, but Jurgen Kloppy Floppy Jalopy, he's going to be flopping around the gaff like he has done with most of the midfielders he's coveted this summer, and they always pie him off. Get your Frey Bentos emojis in the live chat there for Jurgen Flop, because he's getting pied off left, right and centre, this twat. Big time. So I think this Sofyan Amrabat, as long as Manchester United go in for him, then we should be getting him, shouldn't we? It's as simple as that, really. He's waiting in the wings for Manchester United. He desperately wants Manchester United. He likes Ten Hag. He likes the idea of playing in the English Premier League, in the Champions League for Eric Ten Hag at Manchester United. He's agreed already previously to join Manchester United in a verbal sort of capacity, obviously suggesting that he would be prepared to join us for X amount of money, and it's just a case of the two clubs reaching an agreement. So that's really where we're at with the Sofyan Amrabat situation. There's nothing too interesting to report, but it does look like, as he's not training currently with Fiorentina and he's not part of their squad, it's likely that he will leave before the end of the window. I guess it's down to Manchester United to buck their bloody ideas up and try and, sign this guy, put in a bid soon. We've got rid of Fred, we've got rid of Kovar. We're trying to do some other business for transfers going out of the football club, obviously, and we're raising a little bit of funds in order to do this. But we shouldn't really be fanning around like a bunch of fannies, waiting before we sell McTominay or Maguire or Donny, because those are big ifs, in all fairness. And what are we going to do if we can't sell them? We're just going to stick with McTominay for the season, are we, as our fourth choice mid? I mean, that's absolute crap. I think, look, Mason Mount's just got an injury. He's not going to be available until when we come back from the international break. These are serious things that can happen throughout the season. You have one or two key injuries. What if we get, you know, an injury to Casemiro? Crikey, before you know it, our midfield's looking pretty ropey indeed. We certainly need more options in there. Sofyan Amrabat provides us those options. He's a good player for what we are seeking. Somebody that can pass the ball and is, you know, a defensive-minded player as well. Can sit alongside Casemiro, but can do a couple of different roles for you in that midfield as and when needed. So we need him to come in, and then that will make the overall midfield picture look a lot nicer. Players like Mason Mount, not only is he injured at the moment, but there's also concerns about the sort of role that he can have in the side. Yes, all right, maybe a 4-3-3 with two sort of players playing off of Casemiro as a CDM. You've got Mount and Bruno. That can work in some games. But I think we've seen it in the last couple of games that it didn't work in those games, and that it's also got the possibility of being a little bit weak in that centre of the park. You know, Casemiro is great defender, great player in general, all aspects of being a midfielder, great passer, great mentality, all the rest of it. But he's only one man, and he does need some help back there at times. Otherwise, it's going to be a very difficult time for him, I think, this season, if you've got Bruno and Mount, the only players for him to play alongside with. And he's going to have to be behind them, of course. They're going to be getting forward. Mount's not out-and-out defender, neither's Bruno Fernandes. So they can do it, both of those guys. They do get back, they do get stuck in, but they're not sitters. They're not somebody that can sit there alongside Casemiro and just tick things over and give us that solid base to play off. So I think that's what we're crying out for, guys, is Sofyan Amrabat. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you do believe that Manchester United will end this summer transfer window with Sofyan Amrabat as a United player. Smash a 1 if you do believe. Smash any other number if you think that we're not going to sign him. And maybe it does hinge on us selling other players, etc. That would be shit. Lots of 1s coming in the live chat, couple of 2s. It's to be expected, to be fair. You know, United haven't given us any faith whatsoever that they are capable of actually getting rid of players and signing new ones. Hey, Tommy Boyle, what's going on, you legend? He says we will get him, though. Get in there, Tommy lad. Momo says no. Mohammed says no. Lewis says yes, we will. Johnny's going no. Ian says he doesn't know. He's caught in two minds there. Hoopman says no. Yeah. Okay, then. 69. Okay, fair enough, guys. So, a lot of people doubting it. Look at this. Mostly 2s coming in here, actually, I would say. Luan France, how are you doing? Welcome in. Has faith in us. Well, I'm going to say yes, we do sign him, because surely we have to. Surely we have to do that. Mark N says, when are the fans going to protest Maguire? Mark N, I don't know if you've realised this, bud, but we've been doing that shitloads, mate. You know what I mean? I don't know if we could protest the fact that Maguire's still here anymore. All of the fans around the world don't want Slappy Maguire at this football club, lad. Everybody's had, you know, their say on Maguire being at the football club. Nobody wants him here, mate. You know, it's that simple. We've tried to sell him. The bastard doesn't want to go anywhere, mate. We've had an offer from West Ham for 30 mil. They wanted him. We were going to sell him. He didn't want to go, bud. He didn't want to go. So how can we protest him? Anyway, I just don't see us, you know, there's bigger fish to fry than Harry Maguire, to be fair, in terms of protesting. If we're going to protest, we've got to protest, of course, the Glazer shithouse ownership, because that's the reason why we're in this situation right now. By the way, guys, 184 legends in it. Can we get 184 likes on the stream? Smash that like button on the video if you haven't done so. Drop a massive like on the video. That will help us out. Do hit the likes. It's free to smash the vid. And also, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Get yourself in there raw. We're on here daily and nightly with all the United news and latest goings on. Oh, yes, we are. Just on the protest, guys, we have to keep this up. We have to keep this up because these shithouses aren't going anywhere. And, yes, there's some speculative reports coming out from The Sun last night. Just some more PR spin guff. Probably to take some of the focus away from the Mason Greenwood situation. I don't know. But I get the impression that you can't put faith too much in those reports that came out yesterday. It's just a case of we've got to wait for the tier 1 journalist to actually to say that there is strong basis for Sheikh Jassim winning the bid and for him to be coming in October. If that's the case and more outlets start reporting it, I'll start to believe it. But until then, I very much doubt that it's the case. There are obviously supporters groups like the 1958 doing what they can. So there is another fresh protest plans for this weekend. Of course, we've heard about the sit-in. So I keep highlighting it and telling people to go and check out their Twitter page, the 1958 on Twitter. It's the __1958. They should probably get a snappier handle, to be fair. You know, there's 2 underscores in there. What's that all about? But anyway, the 1958. Get over there, guys, and check out their protest plans on their Twitter. And there's this planned sit-in for the Nottingham Forest game, which means that for 60 minutes after the final whistle, fans will remain in the stadium and protest the Glazer shithouse's ownership of this football club. So, you know, do what you can. If you're a match-going fan, then, you know, I would encourage you to get involved with that. It might sound a little bit gash, sat around for an hour afterwards, but, you know, if it gets your message across more so than, say, planned walkouts, which haven't had the effect and desired that was needed because not many people actually went through with it. Let's say that the whole stadium is still full afterwards. It does cause quite a reasonable bit of disruption. It also sends a clear message that people don't tolerate and will not continue to allow this sort of atrocity to take place, these wankers being owners of our football club. So, yeah, you know, there you go. It's something that's not going away right now until the Glazers are gone. We are lacking in this transfer window because the Glazer shithouses are still here with their grubby little grasp on the football club. And until they go, I don't ever see us challenging for a Premier League title or anything. Because if they'd had gone, it would have been a very different landscape right now going to the start of this season. You know, our most expensive signings this summer would have probably been a lot higher than they are now. And there's nothing wrong with spending 72 million on Højlund and 60 million on Mount. But I'm just saying, you look around the Football League and you see what other teams are prepared to spend on individual talents these days. Yeah, football's gone mad. But Arsenal spending 105 million on Rice and Chelsea spending 110 million on Caicedo, and the list goes on. It's like there's teams that are really trying to acquire the best of the best of the best for, and money's no object. Man United is not that team. Man United's working clearly within a budget, which is why we're still in the position where we're at now, where we are lacking a midfielder or 2, and we're lacking a striker, and we're lacking a defender. You know, that's why we're still in this position. So if we'd have had Sheikh Jassim in at the start of the window, obviously this landscape of this season would be looking much better, I'd imagine, because he'd have probably shown the ambition to spend huge money at the start of his ownership, and then we would have had a much better squad to go into the season with this year. We would have maybe gone and got somebody like, you know, Harry Kane or something crazy like that to be up top there alongside Rasmus Højlund. You know, I'm not saying instead of, I'm talking as well as. So we would have had big ambition, I think, if they'd have come in, but because they didn't, we're still stuck with the Glazer shithouses, who only ever have done the bare minimum to appease the fan base, really, and show that they are trying, you know, just to appease the fans, really. Whereas they only care about spending as little money as possible, spending what the club generates anyway, and siphoning as much out as they possibly can. So if we'd have had outside investment this summer, crikey, you know, an owner, lo and behold, putting their own money into the football club to invest, crikey, we would have a very, very different team this start this season. So Glazers out, guys. Never forget it. Hashtag Glazers out. Shithouses to a man. And once they're gone, then we can start to move on as a football club. Let's hope that these reports that came out last night from The Sun are legit and are true. But as I say, I'm going to wait until there's more legit outlets who are talking about this, because right now it's just speculative PR guff, to be fair. So yeah. But let's see what you guys are saying. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you do think that those reports from The Sun are true and that Sheikh Jassim will be owner of Manchester United by October. Let us know. Smash a 2 if you think it's probably just guff to line the chip bags of tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I really do hope it's right, guys, but there's just not enough to go on at the moment. Yeah, it's quite split in the live chat, but most people are saying it's probably absolute guff. Yep. Okay, fair enough. Right then, okay, well, enough about that Glazer shithousery, but do check out the __1958 on Twitter there, folks. It would be awesome to get as many people in the stadium there protesting as much as you can. And obviously not everyone's a match-going fan, so you can do what you can in other ways, i.e. don't buy the merchandise, don't buy the MUTV, don't, buy the official membership, don't, what else? Buy the sponsors' products and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I mean, Cadbury sponsor Manchester United in some capacity. Don't buy the Whisper Golds, guys, even though they're absolutely immense. Don't buy the Whisper Golds right now. Buy something else. Buy a Tunnocks tea cake instead. You know what I mean? That's right. Buy something else instead. You don't have to buy a Cadbury caramel right now. They are nice though. Exactly, Gungshi. Yes, only the scum are reporting it right now, precisely. And to be fair, scum. When the scum report something, we don't really stand up and take notice. Let's be fair. I mean, I can't remember the last time the Sun had a legit exclusive before, like all the tier 1 journos about anything that was actually super legit. Usually it's just basically like the Beano for adults. You know what I mean? It's rubbish. So, yeah, don't really believe that at all. I think we've got to wait for more to come out on that in regards to other sources suggesting the Glazers are close to selling. If they do sell, then that will be where Manchester United can crack on. Until then, we are going to be very much, until then, we're going to be very much hindered, I think. Mark says, Pig, at the last game against Tottenham, do you know how many Mason Greenwood 11 kits I saw? At least 30 to 40 people. Hey, fair play to you, Mark. That's pretty decent then. There's 30 or 40 absolute sickos out there then. I'm just kidding. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm not even getting into this guff right now, actually. We'll maybe talk about that later. But you're fixated on this Mason Greenwood thing. Get over it, Mark. Get over it, mate. He's not going to play for Manchester United again because he's a dirtbag lad. And Manchester United made the right decision for what's best for the club and the squad and the squads. Not just the squad, the squads. That's the reality. Get used to it, get over it. Those people better go and burn their fucking Mason Greenwood shirts, and aren't they, bud? They're probably just too bloody cheap to, get to peel the name off, mate. Or they just don't want to buy a new shirt because of the Glazer shithouses. Anyway, all right, okay. Boomy says, but Cadbury, they also sponsor Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea. If we don't buy, rival fans will. Okay, but guess what? There's more Manchester United fans than most of those other teams, mate, combined. Manchester United fans could take the Cadbury numbers down a significant percentage, mate. A few percent. If every Man United fan in the world didn't buy a Cadbury Whisper, fucking hell, 3% sales got lost there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Manchester United fans. Right, anyway, okay, guys, right, I'm going to just move on from that Greenwood chat there. It's not something I want to discuss too much right now. We will talk in a bit about Mason Greenwood's future, of course, in terms of transfers, but I'm not talking about whether or not he should be a United player or not. It seems the decision has been made. Unless United are going to backtrack on that, he will probably be leaving Manchester United in this summer transfer window, if we can find him a new club, which is a big if. I mean, I guess we'll talk about that right now, seeing as you've brought it up. But I don't really want to. But let's discuss it then. So, obviously, Ten Hag is going to be trying to sign a number 9 this summer. Also, that's known. So, we are looking to bring in a number 9. Okay, it does depend on Mason Greenwood maybe leaving now. He's going to generate some cash for us and clear some wages off of the books, which will enable us to do that. So, it does hinge on whether or not we can get rid of Mason Greenwood. I don't think Man United are going to spend more money on another number 9 if we can't sell Mason, because we've got Højlund, and we've also still got Martial and Sancho and Rashford and these guys who can deputise for Højlund in that position too. I don't really see United going to spend money unless we can sell Mason. It seems like we're in that position under the Glazers where we do have to sell in order to buy. But we are looking for a new club for Mason Greenwood at this moment in time. So as it's been reported, there's even clubs in England that perhaps might be interested in him. I find that kind of very difficult to believe. But there are reports coming out that I've seen that suggest that Greenwood obviously is wanted by a number of clubs, not just in other leagues, but apparently in England as well. Now, from his point of view, if it's possible to stay in this country, there's a plus and there's a minus to that. The plus is that he's just had a kid. He wouldn't have to uproot his family to a different country, wouldn't have to go and play abroad at 21 and all of these things that maybe might be a little bit daunting. So there are some outlets suggesting that there's English teams interested in him. But the negatives surrounding staying in England are just too apparent, I think, which is obviously he would get a lot of backlash from the fans. Basically, all the same problems that are there by staying at Manchester United are still there by staying in England. Not only that, the club that would potentially take him on would be under severe scrutiny for even suggesting to go and get the guy. So I don't think he will stay in England, to be fair, guys. I think there's real strong possibility he does go abroad to somewhere like Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Italy. These are the places that make the most sense for him. We've heard several links over the past few days that there could be teams interested from Saudi Arabia, i.e. Steven Gerrard's Al Titifuck FC are interested in, but he's come out and said that it's fake news, so maybe Gerrard doesn't want him, but other teams in Saudi Arabia are reportedly interested. There's all sorts of speculative guff going around saying that Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't like Mason Greenwood because he called him washed or whatever, and so Cristiano Ronaldo's been using his Billy Big Bollocks pull over there in Saudi saying don't sign him and all this stuff. That's got to be absolute bollocks, to be fair, you know, but there's loads of suggestions and links going on with him going to Saudi Arabia. And then there's also links from Italy. Jose Mourinho at Roma is, of course, an admirer. He's understood to be an admirer of Mason Greenwood. And from a footballing point of view, who isn't? I mean, he's a great player. So like we've talked about many times this week, if you can get 30, 40 million pounds for him, that's good for Manchester United. It's better than nothing. But also, if you're a team like Roma, for instance, who can sign a 21-year-old amazing player, okay, he's got this stigma attached to him, which is an issue. But, you know, a 21-year-old amazing player who's got absolute bags of ability probably comes in and is your best player up top there. You know, if you're a team like Roma, and he's only 21, he's only going to get better, and you can revitalise his career and make him the goal-scoring beast that he was showing, you know, likely to be. So if that's the case, and you can get a player like that for 30 million, it is a steal, to be fair. So it does make a bit of sense from a buying club as well, particularly abroad, where maybe the media scrutiny won't be so much, and also the fan bases maybe won't give him quite as a hard time as they will do over here. Okay, they'll still give him a hard time in Italy, I'm sure, but they maybe won't give him as much as a hard time as if he was to stay at Manchester United. Yeah, I agree with you, Mounts. Roma under Jose is the best option. I think you're absolutely spot on. By the way, guys, keep hitting the like button if you're just joining us. Vutinator, thank you for the likes, Tally Bro. He says we have got 99 likes on the stream. That's awesome, guys. We're only one away from 100. Give us a like, Spike. Who's going to be number 100? Hit the thumbs up. Let's see if we can get 200 likes on this cheeky afternoon stream today. Of course, we're all going to be back on tonight at 10 p.m. to discuss all the latest news and goings-on of the evening. But for now, show your support, drop a like. It's free. It boosts us up on the algorithm and helps the channel out a wee bit. And also, if you're new to the show, make sure you subscribe. Get yourself in here. We're on here giving you all the news on a daily basis. Spain, Italy for sure, says Alan. Italy's the rumour. Yeah, well, there's a bunch of rumours, isn't there? Saudi Arabia makes a bit of sense. They're literally spending money all over the gaff on loads of players. They've got Neymar over there, Benzema over there, Ronaldo over there. You know, they could easily bring over Mason Greenwood, no doubt about it. And also, I think that due to the fact there's not as many fans watching the football games over there as regularly, you know, it's like the amount of money, the amount of attention that Mason Greenwood's going to get from a negative media point of view and fan base point of view is much lessened over in, say, somewhere like Saudi Arabia. Plus, he probably stands to make a shitload of cash going over there. Let's be fair, that's why a lot of players are going over to Saudi Arabia. It's just for the money, for a big fat payday, because they're paying everyone so fantastically well. So from a career point of view, maybe it does make sense for Greenwood to go to Saudi Arabia. He can lie low for a few seasons, earn big money, and then maybe once this is all blown over in a few years' time, he could potentially come back to Europe, and he's only going to be 24, 25, and still be able to play for a very good side and, you know, get some European accolades and things like that. So, you know, I do think that that is a likely possibility he goes to Saudi as well. But certainly Jose Mourinho is an admirer. Roma would be a good fit for him in the sense of it's a good club, and they would probably nurture him the best in terms of making him fulfill his potential right now, because they are one of the best sort of Italian sides. And that is clearly somewhere where he would want to go, I'd imagine. You know, Rome, Italy, you know, let's be honest, guys, that out of all the options on the table, if you're a 21-year-old lad who's just had a kid and a family, it would make a heck of a lot of sense, I think, to go to somewhere like Rome and play for Roma, rather than go to Saudi Arabia. That's a big uprooting. It's a totally different way of life, culture, etc. Whereas, you know, it's quite a sexy move going to Italy, isn't it? That's the thing. Okay, so you know, we'll keep you posted on what happens with Mason Greenwood. There's not too much going on right now, though. It does look like there's interest from different leagues. Even Turkish teams are interested in him as well. Apparently a couple of English sides maybe for the right price. Also, as I say, Roma and Saudi clubs. So there's definite interest from Mason Greenwood. It's obviously that he's not going to play for Manchester United again. We have made that decision and it's time to move on. Sooner or later, we'll have an announcement to make, I think, on where he's going, probably within the next week. So I don't think United are going to want to let this drag on past the summer transfer window. We will have to sell him before then. And there should be a queue of clubs actually interested in Mason Greenwood because, as I've said, take away the personal stuff, put that to one side. From a football point of view, he's very much a bargain, great player at the moment for a lot of different clubs who would be interested in making their teams better. And, it happened at Manchester United. So Manchester United was the club that he's playing for whilst all of that stuff happened, which makes it difficult for us and puts us in a difficult position to really stick with him, I think, and plus the type of club that Manchester United is. But for other clubs who don't have that relationship already with Mason, and it didn't happen while he was there, maybe they could, just put that to one side, essentially. So I do think that he will get a decent club by the end of the window. We'll see. We're going to move on now to Jean-Claire Todibo news, guys. So there are fresh links with Jean-Claire Todibo. So previously, the Pavard situation was, being talked about, that we were interested in Pavard and that he'd agreed to join Manchester United. He's obviously going to Inter now. That is clear. And it's certainly not something that we are going to get involved with right now because we still have to move a player on by the looks of it. But Benjamin Pavard missed today's training actually at Bayern. And, he's obviously not going to stay there. Pavard's waiting for the green light from Bayern Munich, essentially, to join Inter. There's a €32 million package on the table. That's expected to happen, guys. So he will be an Inter Milan player very, very soon. That's a player that we've missed out on. It's slipped away from us, essentially, and we've had a melt. That's what we're doing at the moment, guys, because we're not prepared to spend the cash because the Glazer shithouses. We have to sell to buy. Maguire didn't want to go anywhere. Let's get a hashtag slab out and a hashtag Glazers out, because we would have been able to buy that guy if the Glazer shithouses had either spent the money that they're not prepared to spend, invested some of their own pennies maybe, or Maguire pissed off. And Maguire still is a Manchester United player right now, stinking up the gaff, and nobody wants him. So it's very frustrating at the minute in terms of signing a new defender. But Pavard looks like he's very close to joining Inter. Just wanted to talk about that before I talk about Todibo. Todibo, on the other hand, is highly linked with Manchester United at the moment. 23 years old. L'Equipe over in France reporting that he's very close to joining Manchester United. Again, take that with a pinch of salt because L'Equipe is usually gash. But there you go. They are saying that Jean-Claire's nearing a move to Manchester United despite Harry Maguire staying. I'm not so sure about that, guys. I personally think if you look at what United are doing in this window, we clearly need a midfielder more than we need a defender. I mean, you could argue that we need a defender more, I guess. But in my opinion, we need a midfielder more than we need a defender. Mount's just got injured as well. McTominay can be sold still. We've tried to get rid of Donny. That's maybe not going to happen, but it still might. You look at how poor we've been in midfield, and I think that's where we need to strengthen more so the defence. Let me ask the live chat, guys. What's more important to spend money on right now, the midfield or the defence? Get your thoughts in there. Maybe that's just my own opinion, but I feel like the midfield needs a player, whereas the defence, we could probably manage going forward for a while anyway with the current set of players that we've got. Because over on the left-hand side, we've got Luke Shaw, Malacia, Fernandez in the centre-back positions. We've still got Maguire stinking around the gaff as a sixth-choice backup if we absolutely need. And what's happened there? It's melted again. I think it's back. We're back. Don't know. So we had an issue there with the camera for a second. Yeah, we've got the centre-backs, Maguire, Lindelof, Johnny Evans potentially. You've got, of course, Varane and Martinez. There is an issue there with Varane and his fitness concerns and all that kind of stuff. Maybe we could look to sign another player there, of course. And then in the right-back spot, we've got Wan-Bissaka, Dalot. So it's not the most crazy position, I don't think, for us to worry about right now. I'd be more worried about signing a midfielder and signing a number 9 striker to help us score goals. So that's what we're really struggling to do. It's like, yes, the defence has some issues, and yes, Maguire's gash, and he's not going to play, and he's just a big 200k a week melter stinking up the gaff. And if we can sell him, we should absolutely buy a new defender. But if not, it's quite hard to justify spending money on a defender ahead of the midfield or the number 9. So look at that Spurs game the other day. In the first half, we had enough chances to be like 3-0 up at one point. No joke. Yeah, Spurs had a couple of chances. They hit the woodwork as well, I suppose. But actually, Bruno's missed a sitter, Rashford's missed a sitter, we had a penalty shout which wasn't given, but we could have been at least 2-0 up anyway. And if we'd have had finishers up the top of the pitch there who are capable of taking their chances and clinical, we would have been 2-0 up. So that's the biggest problem area for me. The actual build-up play in that first half was good enough to be in a winning position at half-time, absolutely. But the finishing was not. So lacking the clinicality, that's what's cost us in that game. And it wasn't a defensive frailty in that first half anyway. Okay, the second half we did get mugged off a couple of times, but the overall game would have probably been won if we'd had some finishers at the top of the pitch. So the striker is the most important thing. And then with the Mount issue, I think Mount doesn't provide us that solid base that we need to have, say, Casemiro and somebody else like Sofian Amrabat in there who can give us that solid base to work from and make us less exposed. So, therefore, I think that causes an issue for us, Mason Mount being in the side at the moment, playing that role. I'm not saying he can't play a role for us. Him and Bruno should probably be playing the same role. So it's good squad depth, but we paid 60 mil for that guy. It's crazy. But get Amrabat in, and that makes the midfield, and that makes the team better. So the midfield and the striker position makes more sense to strengthen the defender position. Sorry, long-winded bit of fucking banter there, wasn't it? Crikey, shut up. Do you know what I mean? Talking absolutely forever there. I'm trying to talk about Todibo here, guys. Going off a massive tangent. But you know what I mean, though. The midfield and the striker position is more important, I think. But Nice are reportedly at this moment in time looking for a replacement for Jean-Claude Todibo, who apparently is looming. There's a transfer looming to go to Manchester United, and it's in sight, even though Harry Maguire's right here. These are reports coming out from France. Take it with a pinch of salt, guys, as I say, because I don't see us doing it unless we do sell Maguire. Why would we go and buy a defender when we've got an issue at number 9 and an issue in the centre of the park that are more apparent? Don't understand it myself. So we'll see. Maybe we're trying to do the cheap thing and get like Gravenberch on loan. So let's talk about Gravenberch then very quickly, guys. We will have a Q&A in a little bit. Keep smashing the likes. Keep hitting the subscribe if you're new and have your safer out. But Gravenberch, you know, is still a target for Manchester United. There's reports that we may make a late move for Ryan Gravenberch. And I hope it's true because, you know, we could definitely do with a very good player like him as well to come in and be part of the squad. He's only going to be a squad player, but I think it would be another good addition, particularly if you can get him on loan. Then you don't spend that much money, I suppose. It's not something that I care about, but just thinking from a practical Glazer shithouse point of view, it's something that the club's obviously going to consider is the overall cost of these transfers. Now, if you can get Gravenberch in on loan, then I would suggest that we could maybe sign Todibo as a centre-back. But really, we need Sofian Amrabat, guys. Who do you want to see sign, guys? Gravenberch on loan or Sofian Amrabat permanent? Let's get a little vote in the live chat. I mean, it's for me, it's Sofian Amrabat. He's ready-made to come in and do the job that we desperately need in that position, holding alongside Casemiro. So that's why I think we've got to spend the money and get him in there. Plus, it's not a heinous amount of money. Fiorentina apparently waiting for us to go and buddy put a bid in for him. He's waiting for us. He's not training with him. He's training alone. You know, it's obvious. We need Sofian Amrabat, don't we? Yeah. Hey, G-Wolf, how you doing, my son? Oh, it's the Wolfster. He says, can't we do both? Well, in theory, we should be able to do both, G-Wolf, but this is the Glazer shithouses we're talking about. And Manchester United we're talking about. We always have disappointing, you know, transfer windows. I suppose if we sold McTominay for 30 mil, which we should have done to West Ham, what a miss that was, not selling him when we had the chance. If we sold him, I'm guessing we could quite easily go and sign Sofian Amrabat and Ryan Gravenberch. Even permanent, probably, both of them, because we've already sold Fred and Kovar and these guys. So we could probably even go and buy both of them. But I do think United need a number 9. I mean, we'd probably be better served getting a centre-back, a centre-mid, and a striker in an ideal world if we can move on McTominay and even Maguire. But I feel you. Why not? That's what United should do, is try and get rid of McTominay or Donny and then go and sign Sofian Amrabat and bring in Ryan Gravenberch on loan. That's exactly what Manchester United should do, is to go and get both of them. That's what an ambitious club would do. That's what a club that's actually trying to, you know, play in all different competitions and have success this season would do. You've got to sort of spread your bets a bit with the squad. There's going to be injuries. Look at Mount, just got a knock and he's out for a couple of weeks. There's going to be injuries to your side. There's going to be times when you need good players to come in and rotate. And so, yes, I completely agree with you. We should be getting both of them. But I really don't think we will, because the Glazer shithouses are just shithouses. And I can't see them going to sign 2 midfielders this summer. I can't imagine it. But I hope you're right, though. I hope we could get, well, I hope, you know, hope we can get them both. Hey, what's going on, Neil Duffin, you legend? He says, go break FFP. What's the worst that can happen? 5 points deducted. Go do it. Yeah, exactly. There's loads of clubs that are fanning around, spending loads of money, looking like they're breaking FFP, Mr. Duffin, 80, you legend. People like Chelsea scummers, putting people on 8-year contracts to, why can't we put a player on an 8-year contract then? Okay, you might not want to, I get that, but if you can get an absolute banger player in, and get a deal done and help your team right now, why wouldn't you? They're still just a saleable asset in a year's time or 2 years' time or 3 years' time if they flop. Doesn't mean you have to honour that 8-year contract necessarily. I guess Man United are a little bit reluctant maybe when you've got players like Slabo Maguire who don't want to leave the football club still with many years on a contract. But, United are not showing the ambition that other clubs are showing. You're absolutely right. FFP should not be holding Manchester United back. We are such a commercially successful football club. It's actually a disgrace we even have to mention FFP. By the way, Neil Duffin and First Class Gamer met up in Amsterdam. What a fucking epic collab that was. I don't know if you saw the pictures on social media there, guys. But what a set of legends. The Bacon Brigade being brought together in the red light district. No, don't think it was the red light district. Might have been. I don't know. Who knows what these two scallywags were up to. But First Class Gamer and Neil Duffin meeting up in Amsterdam, guys. The Bacon Brigade, the Flying Pig United YouTube channel, bringing people together, guys. That's right. We had a real life meetup between the Cineman, First Class Gamer, and Neil the Duffinator over in the Dam, guys. What a fucking set of legends. You know what I mean? That's great to see those pictures of you two hanging out. Anyway, so nice. And like you said, we should probably have a meet-up one day. We should probably... show pics? I'll get you the pics. Hang on, let me show you the pics, guys, of the Bacon Brigade in action. Let me show you the pics. Give me 2 seconds. Yes, mate. Absolutely. Let me show you the pics right here. Because it's a monumentous thing when people from the community meet up. Look at that. Check it out. Wait a second. I've got to show you guys. Neil Duffin and Mr. Sin Games hanging out in Amsterdam. Actually, hang on. The easier way to do it's just this. Yes, mate. It's bloody awesome anyway. It's bloody awesome. So hang on a second. Sorry to derail the show here. But yeah, there's not that much going on anyway, is there, guys? Really. Right. Okay. Let me show you these pics, guys. Beautiful. Just beautiful to see. A couple of absolute legends of the channel. Okay. You don't mind if I pop this up on screen, do you guys? Sorry. I should have asked first. I'm just going to do it anyway. But here we go. Right. So this is the two handsome bastards meeting up over there, guys, in the Dam. Oh, where is it now? Oh, shit. What have I done? Oh, yes. Look at these guys. First Class Gamer on the right. Neil Duffin on the left. Handsome bastards extraordinaire representing the Bacon Brigade in the Netherlands. Get in there, my son. Come on. First Class, get in there. Thank you very much. There they are. Absolute legends. And here they are again outside the old pig and hen shop, which is quite interesting, isn't it? In Amsterdam, check that out. Neil Duffin and First Class Gamer hanging out. Just wanted to mention it because these two guys have been, big legends of this community on here for years and years and years, ever since this channel was really, really small. And so it's just lovely to see people brought together by literally this channel. Probably, I don't know. Probably they wouldn't have ever had this meeting if it wasn't for this channel. I'm just saying that. I'm saying that right now. Probably would have never been brought together there. Great photo. Absolutely, Gungshi. So, yeah, thank you for sharing that with me, Neil and First Class Gamer there. Great to see you, legends. I'm just going to leave that up in the top corner, mate, because, people will be coming in thinking we've signed 2 new players. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Is that a pole dancer in the background? But anyway, yeah, great stuff. Thank you to you guys for being part of this community. Absolute legends. Yeah, Gongshis is 2 legends of the Hamada. Right, okay, I'm going to do a quick rundown of what we've discussed, actually, guys. Let's get back on track with the Transfer News Show. Jarvis Cocker, how are you doing, you hero? Hope you're doing well as well. Welcome in. Jarvis says, good evening, all legends. Hope you had a great day in the world. It's a nice place. Saturday, we'll win against Forest. Go on, my son. Yes, lad, we must do this. We must batter them. Absolutely, lad. It's coming. We've got to have a good display against them. It will be panic stations if we don't get anything other than the win. So, yeah, we definitely do have to. Right, guys, I'm going to get stuck into the rundown of what we discussed in this video. Look, it's a slow news day again. We're going to get into a Q&A very soon. But as I mentioned, Manchester United still very much interested in Amrabat. There is reportedly, anyway, a meeting booked soon to discuss it between the two clubs, but, take that with a pinch of salt, as I say. It is reported that Ten Hag wants this guy and that he's very, very much showed an express interest for Manchester United to just go and get him and put a bid in for Sofyan Amrabat. He has been left out of Fiorentina's squad at this moment in time, so he's not playing. He's not playing an active part in proceedings over there in Fiorentina because he's had his head turned, and he's also, essentially wanting to leave. So he is out of the squad, and he's also training on his own right now as well. So, that does lead us to think that he probably will be departing from there very soon. It's just whether or not who he goes to, whether it's Manchester United or Liverpool or someone else. But as we said at the start of the show, he's not going to want to go to Scouseville and have to wear a bloody spit shield to training every single day, and hang out with people who look like human hamsters with cheeks full of saliva all the time. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to want that. So I don't think he's going to go to Liverpool. I think he'll go to Manchester United as long as the offer actually comes in from Manchester United. We've been coveting this guy all summer long, and we have to go and get the guy, don't we? Just on Ten Hag, I forgot to mention this, by the way. So this is pretty awesome. So Ten Hag has the potential to break his own record of 30 consecutive home games unbeaten if Man United avoided a defeat to Nottingham Forest. Pretty awesome stuff from Ten Hag at Old Trafford. It's become a fortress under Ten Hag. Shame about our away form, in all honesty, but our home form, can't deny it. We are expecting a big result against Nottingham Forest at the weekend for sure. And as I said earlier on as well, there is a planned protest as well, guys, which is planned, of course, for the Nottingham Forest game, for a sit-in for an hour afterwards. So if you are a match-going fan, get yourself involved and check out the __1958 on Twitter for more information, and do what you can. Get yourself involved there if you can. Nice one. And then, I'm not going to discuss it, but the Sheikh Jassim stuff was being talked about yesterday. As I said, it's from the scum reporting that. So, take it with a pinch of salt until there's actual more outlets and legitimate outlets reporting it. I'd say it's probably just PR spin guff. But there you go. I mean, and we also are making a late move for Gravenberch, if you believe certain reports as well, that we could go in and maybe it's a loan capacity that we're trying to bring him in. Also, Jean-Claude Todibo is reportedly a big target for United, but it's L'Equipe over in France that's reporting it. So again, take it with a pinch of salt, and we just have to wait and see. I don't think we're going to sign a defender unless Maguire goes, and we've got to focus our efforts on getting a midfielder in, and a number 9 more so than centre back, in my opinion. Okay. I'm going to get into the live chat now for a bit of a Q&A, guys. Before I do, I'm going to go over to the Twitter and give you a shout out to all the legends that have retweeted us. By the way, I'm really ill today, guys. I got a horrible cold and just feeling absolutely gassed. And it's so hot in here, guys. I'm sweating my munt off right now. Like, literally, it must be like, I don't know, 35 degrees in this garage right now. It's 27 outside. The sun's beating on it. And I feel absolutely Moisey-esque. I feel like Moyes in Benidorm right now. Just getting absolutely flustered. Because he probably gets sunburned, that guy, when he goes abroad. Anyway, right. Okay, 23 retweets on this show. Thank you, everyone. Guy Am Legend, you beautiful man. Thank you for retweeting us there, mate. Also, we've had 22 more reposters. Thank you so much to Aaron Homeyard, Duncan Belifo, Thugger007, Vincent Bullock, Tommy Boyle 71, Stephen Braun, Feline Fur, Francois Cock, The Goat, Richard Wisterpeck, The Butcher of Manchester, J United and Gaming, John Boy Cat, The Mario 55, Greg, That Football Talk, Mr. Sims, Bob Loft, Ben Carpenter, Ziggy Sawdust, Tim Whistler, Slippery Jack, Zane Charles, Jarvis Cocker, and Dean Moxley. Thank you so much to all you legends out there who have retweeted the show. That does help us out to spread the word. Thanks so much, everyone. Legends, absolute legends, every single one of you. Thanks so much. Okay, right, I'm going to get into the live chat now, guys, for a bit of a Q&A for a few minutes. And then we will be back on tonight at 10 p.m. to discuss, hopefully, some more Manchester United news, some transfer news or something going on. Hopefully there will be some legit stuff to come on. By the way, has the sound been better today, guys? The audio, I did fanny around with it for a while after the stream last night, and I thought I got it to a point where it stopped clicking and crackling and all that shite. How does it sound today, peeps? Let us know your thoughts. Give us your feedback. Okay. Thank you, Francois Cock, for sending us a message on Twitter, mate. I would check that out. I've missed it, bud. I've missed it. Yeah, a lot better. Okay, that's brilliant then, guys. Okay, crystal clear. Thank you, Neil Duffin. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Okay, great. Right, let's get stuck into the chat then, peeps. Have your say. Have your say on these legends, Neil Duffin and First Class Gamer. Is that a cigarette? Is that a doobie in First Class Gamer's hand? Oh, no, he's just pointing to the pig and hen sign. I want to know what you guys got up to in Amsterdam. That's what I want to know. Anyway, okay then. Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you, Danny B. It's a lovely picture, isn't it? Thank you, Kieran, for retweeting the show as well. Great, like a prime Rooney. Hey, guys, do you like the Frey Bentos emoji? I don't know what I mean. There's so many more emojis we could have put in there. But it's just something that, for some reason, we mention a lot around here on this channel. And I just thought, there's quite a lot of times when people want to talk about pies. You know what I mean? So I've got the old Frey Bentos emoji there, guys. Let us know. Is it a yay or is it a nay? I don't know. I can't actually have any more emojis, by the way, guys. Even though we've got hundreds of members, we're stuck on 28. We need about 20 more members to get another emoji. It's an absolute shambles. So, yes, we've got 28 emojis, and that's it right now. But, hey, look, I don't know which ones to get rid of. We've replaced Ronaldo with a Frey Bentos at this moment in time. That was the correct thing to do. We have got 2 Brunos and 2 Ten Hags. So maybe I'll take one of those guys out. We need a Dallo emoji. You what? A Dallo emoji? Out of all the players, you want a Dallo emoji? Crikey. Frey Bentos emoji, says Gregory Burke. Maybe a spider emoji for our Wan-Bissaka lad. Get in there with the pies. Sancho been stealing all Luke Shaw's pies, says the mustard. Yeah. Sounds like something completely different. Yeah. Oh, the shop in the background was photoshopped. Yeah. Sir Jummy getting in there with the Frey Bentoses. Nice one. Okay, great stuff. Dallo celebration is cool. Well, Dallo's cool, man. Don't get me wrong, I like Dallo, but I'm just saying there's probably about 12 players ahead of Dallo that we should have an emoji for that we currently don't. You know, we don't even have like a Rashford emoji. We don't have a Casemiro emoji. We don't have I don't know. We do have a few emojis actually, but we do need some more emojis on here. Yeah, that's a good idea as well, Vincent Bullock lad. Rashford, definitely need a Rashford emoji, 100%. I have actually made a Rashford emoji. I just need to upload it. So I need to choose one to replace. Martinez has got an emoji. Yeah. Varane emoji. Yeah, we don't have a Varane emoji. Monty Python emoji, blasphemer. Dallo's going to have a big season on the bench with Wan-Bissaka playing like he is. I think so too. Wan-Bissaka's actually been probably the most standout player for Manchester United in the start of this season. Yeah, thoughts on that, Aljoy? Bottlers, mate. It was to be expected, lad. The Vutinator says we've got 137 likes. Keep smashing the likes, guys. If you haven't done, drop a like. It's free. Let's see if we can get 150 likes on the stream. Oh, yes. Oh, shit. Tommy Boyle brings up a great shout. We definitely do need a Glazers out shithouse emoji, don't we? You're spot on there, Mr. Tommy Boyle, lad. I couldn't agree more, lad. I need to sort that out. Definitely. And a tumbleweed emoji. Yes, yes, yes. I do have a tumbleweed emoji, actually. I've got one. I just haven't had the time or the space to decide what to get rid of. Anyway, DC Skyline getting that pie in there. Hello there, Fat Chinese Gaming. How are you doing, you legend? I hope you're doing well, bud. Yes, we got 2 Ten Hags. We don't really need 2 Ten Hags, so I might get rid of one of the Ten Hags and replace it with a Glazers out emoji. That's a good idea. Yep. Pavard would have been ideal to have, not Mags. Yeah, definitely. Plus, he can play right back as well, so that's the benefit with him. But we've just completely pied ourselves off and let him go to Inter Milan by the looks of it. Yeah, we'll get a green and gold Glazers out emoji, Reggie. I think that's a great shout, lad. Just make it green and gold. That's a good idea, yep. Piggy time emoji. Fergie emoji. How do we not have a Fergie emoji? We should have a Fergie emoji, like, looking at his watch, you know, like one of those furious, like, you know, where he's, like, saying to the ref, look, what's going on here, ref? Why is the game still going, you know? One of those ones, like Fergie time emoji. That's what we should have. Great shout. That's a great shout, Neil. I'm going to get a Fergie time emoji, 100%. Neil Cusson needs to be questioned. Where did he pull that story out of? Right, yeah, you mean from the Sun? Yeah, who knows, bud? Who knows? I think it's more PR spin guff, to be fair. Agree, we need a Glazers out emoji. Spot on. Jarvis, did you get your Glazers out t-shirt, by the way? I sent that quite a while ago now, so I'm hoping you have got it. In Norway, lad. Let us know when you receive it on Telegram, lad, or in the chat here, bro. Send us a cheeky picture of you wearing it, mate. That'd be awesome. We also need the Howard Webb with United jersey on the emoji, says Ezio. Are you okay? Oh, okay. Just moth attack, don't worry. Hey, Fat Chinese Gaming, thank you very much getting in here raw and being a member for 8 months on the channel. Guys, let's get a hashtag 8 in the live chat there for FCG. Thank you, Fat Chinese Gaming. He says 8 months now. Awesome. Hopefully more to come. Definitely, Mr. FCG. Thanks so much for supporting the channel, mate. You're a bloody hero, my son. And you're an absolute hero who's been rocking the old Bacon Brigade t-shirt, mate. I've seen that. So thank you very much indeed, Mr. FCG, for being a member 8 months. Great legend is FCG. He's a streamer, YouTuber, so check him out. Gamer. What an absolute hero. Thank you very much, FCG, bro. 8 more to come, hopefully, lad. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Oh, goodness. Okay, then. Whisper gold emoji. Oh, yeah, my favourite. Yes, indeed. Did they really? Now 786 in the behind the closed door friendly. Yeah, but I'm guessing it was just a second string guff bags. It was probably Maguire captain in the side, etc. No surprise, is it? No surprise they lost, mate. Maguire probably scored a hat-trick of OGs. I'm very confident we'll finish top 4 Fat Chinese Gaming, I must admit. Last season we lost the first few games and we managed to get 3rd. I'm very confident we'll get top 4. And I actually care about that, though, I must admit. I want us to challenge for the Piggin League. Is that too much to ask for Manchester United to challenge for a title once again in my bloody lifetime? Come on. It's what we have to do. Is try and actually have ambition to make the team better, to get to the point where we can actually challenge for things again. I don't want to finish 4th. I don't want to finish 3rd. I don't even want to finish 2nd like Arsenal partners. We should be winning things. Manchester United should be making a real stab at going for winning titles, guys. So we won't, though, because of the lack of investment we've had in this summer and how piss poor the side is, I think. Will Hoyland be available before the international break? Probably not, Ezio, but let's hope so. Maybe you'll get a few minutes against Forest or whatever, but I very much doubt it, mate, to be honest. It would be difficult to finish top 4 this season, says Amiibo 21. Right, yep. With players like Martial, Maguire, McAverage in the squad. Exactly, Mark, and it's going to be very difficult indeed to do that. Anyway, right, guys, okay, so I'm basically going to have to wrap up this stream now, guys. It's 6:30. LVG emoji. It's 6:30 and I'm absolutely starving, so I'm going to go get something to eat. But thank you so much to everyone who's got in here raw for the show today. Do us a big favour. Before you go, make sure you do smash a like on this video. Give us a subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch and Kick at Flying Pig United. Check out the website, flyingpigunited.com, for your latest Manchester United news. Thank you every single one of you legends that's got in here. Thank you, Neil Duffin. Great to see you hanging out with First Class Gamer there as well, Mr. Mark. And just thanks everyone for getting in here. I appreciate you all. Wonderful legends joining us. Thanks so much for getting in. We'll be back at 10 p.m, remember. 10 p.m. tonight. We will be back on, so come and join us then. Click the subscribe button, click the like button, click the bell icon for notifications. Get yourself in there with your thoughts and opinions after this stream is finished about anything we've discussed on this video. Make sure you do come back and have your say. But that's it from me now, guys. Thank you for watching. I will be back later on at 10 o'clock with the latest United news. And remember, FIFA is going to be coming back as well after the summer transfer window's finished. So about the 1st of September, we'll actually start playing FIFA again in anticipation for the new game coming out in 28th, is it? The 28th of September or somewhere around about there. I've already pre-ordered it, so I think I get it early, actually. Jarvis Cocker, that's awesome, mate. I'm glad it arrived. I wasn't sure how long it'd take to get to Norway, lad, but he said the awesome t-shirt arrived yesterday, and I wasted no time rocking it during my stream. Got to say, it's a winner. Thanks a bunch, my friend. I did send you 2, actually, didn't I, yeah? You got a cheeky little Bacon Brigade one as well. So, yes, but that's awesome. You got a Glazers Out t-shirt. Yeah, I've just remembered I sent you 2, didn't I? Jarvis, that's fucking awesome, mate. I'm so pleased to hear you got the old Glazers Out one, lad. And the Bacon Brigade one, hopefully. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Superfly. Hey, Berber, how are you doing today? A legend has entered. I hope you're doing well, bud. Mark, G-Wolf, Luan, everyone, all the mods like Hoopman, Berber, G-Wolf, Gungshi, Vutinator, everyone, thanks so much for getting in. Luan France, of course, and moderating the chat. Thank you to all the members of the channel as well for getting in there raw. And everybody else who's, Ken Thompson, you can buy one, mate. You're fading away, lad. You fucking what? Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up now. Come back afterwards and have your say. Please do come back, get your thoughts and opinions in after the stream's finished, and get your opinions in, guys. And we'll see you later on at 10 o'clock for another cheeky little another cheeky little stream about Man United transfer dealings. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, everyone else as well. Yeah, nice one. See you in a bit, legends. That's it from me. God bless you. Piggy loves you. Like, subscribe, comment. Follow us on all the socials in the links in the description. And I'll see you later on, guys. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.